Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to the podcast and posse, ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I'm your host, Tiffany, and this kicks off a special 4 series of podcast episodes that are going to be focused on transitioning you and getting you started into 2020, the new decade, the decade of the 00. I mean, it's just so weird to think 2020. I mean, do you guys remember when like people would say like 2020 in movies like that were futuristic with like spaceships and aliens and shit? And now it's 2020. It's like very, very bizarre to me. What I thought would be really helpful for you guys is to share with you some of my manifestation practices and rituals that I use on New Year's or a couple days like leading to New Year's that really help ignite bringing in that abundance, bringing in that energy of manifestation into exactly what you want to have show up in your life, whether it's feelings, whether it's health, whether it's cash, whether it's people, whether it's things, all the stuff applies. Even animals too. I manifested Molly. For those of you who watch me on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany on my Instagram stories, you've seen my giant English bulldog, Miss Molly, who I rescued. I manifested her as well. I manifested this exact house I'm in. I manifested my fiance. I manifested the exact ring I wanted from Tiffany's. Like, who gets an engagement ring from Tiffany's? And I didn't have to tell him I wanted it from Tiffany's. That's like the quickest way to make a guy like run for the hills, right? Like, what was I going to do? Demand a ring from the most prestigious, probably the most up marketed, largest margin diamond dealer in the world? Nope, didn't have to. Didn't drop subtle hints. None of those things. Although I did have a certain carat requirement that I did state in the beginning, and I'm not joking. Thank you. And if you really want to know that carat requirement, you can DM me. And yes, I did get that carat requirement. Thanks, Mike. If you're listening, props to Mike. All right. So there's a few things that I have done over the years to improve to my manifestation ritual for the new year. And it's not that my original way didn't work, but there's always room for things to be better. So that's one of the first things I want to share with you. Anything that you're putting out there that you want to attract into your life, right? Law of attraction. You want to pull this into your life. Energy, health, people, things, cash, all the stuff. You want to bring it into your life. Always leave room after you write a statement, say a statement, share it with a friend, right? Share it in your own head, in your own mind. Always leave room that or something better, that or something greater, that or something more. Leave room for the universe, for God to bring something that is beyond your wildest imagination. And when we think that we have the biggest, the greatest, the best idea, there is a grander force at work here that has something even better or a way we would have never thought of that's there for us. So we always want to leave room for that. Also, it helps us have humility because we don't always know what's up. So for all my control freaks out there, we don't always know what's up. And this is coming from a Virgo, people. We don't always know what's best for us. So we have to trust in the divine that if there is something better for us and what we think is great for us is fine. But if there's something better, I am open and willing and ready to receive and accept that. So that is really important, no matter in what form that you are bringing about your manifestations and declaring them, whether it's in an art form like a vision board, whether you're journaling it, speaking it, I don't care, drawing it in some way, thinking about it, always leave room for that. So I want to just state that part in the beginning because that is something I left out in probably my first 6 to 7 years of doing manifestation, law of attraction practices. I've been working on law of attraction for probably 15 years now. I had a one-on-one coach, I guess you could say, but that's not what he calls himself, but a manifestation spiritual guru for many, many years and worked one-on-one with him several times a week. So I am a OG student of this stuff, you guys. I've read most of the books out there. If you have any recommendations, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. If you need recommendations, also DM me. I love sharing some of the best books, and I will share books for whatever level you're at. If you're a beginner, there's certain books and techniques that set you up for success versus overwhelm you. So this is what I do every single New Year. Sometimes I just do this with myself and I don't even share it with anybody. You don't have to share it with anybody. I find that putting in your dreams and desires for what you want to have happen in your life in the new year, that can be a very personal and sacred thing. And sometimes it's better to do it by yourself, especially if the people in your life are not into that shit. They think it sounds crazy. Maybe they don't believe in anything bigger than themselves. They don't believe in the universe. They don't believe in God, Buddha, angels, whatever it is. Someone who's just a negative, low vibe thinker, then I don't want you sharing that with those people. You don't need any negative vibes on your declarations for what you are bringing in to 2020. So there are many years where I've just done this practice with myself. So you guys can take what you like and leave the rest, and feel free to add or subtract some things that may feel better to you. I'm just sharing with you my practice, and I can tell you over many, many years, my practice works amazingly well. I mean, I have lists and lists of countries I've visited, luxury, first class, the gorgeous multi-million-dollar home that I'm in, the beautiful area I live in, the people who I have in my life, being able to create ProjectME, the podcast, my brand, speaking on stages, the amount of money. This has all been as a result of not of lack of action and just manifesting and putting it out there, but a combination. So this is meant to be used as a tool, not the soul thing. That's where a lot of people give it a bad rap or kind of roll their eyes because it's like, oh, you're just going to sit on the couch and like think all this is going to happen. No, this is one very important, crucial mindset tool. And that doesn't mean you're not going to take action. In fact, without action, this shit ain't going to work. You've got to take action to ignite it. It's like when I turn on our gas fireplace. If I don't have anything to light it with, that shit's not going to catch fire. Same premise. So what I do is very simple. You guys know who've listened to the show, who listen to me quite often, that I'm all about simple. I don't like doing anything that requires a shit ton of effort, a lot of work, or complexity. My eyes like glaze over and my brain just doesn't work that way. Don't like it. I'm straight to the point. So take an index card. For those of you who are very particular, I use a 5x7 index card. If you want to use a 3x5, that's fine. It doesn't matter what color. I tend to use white. On this index card, I make a mini vision board out of it. For those of you who don't know what a vision board is, it's where you are visually showcasing the things, the people, the places, the feelings, the stuff that you want to bring in and call into your life in 2020. So I use a variety of things. Fun fact about me, I'm really like 12 years old on the inside, and I freaking love sparkles, everything that sparkles, glitter, and that's why I love all sorts of colored pens, but I also am a big fan of stickers, and I collect sticker books. Yes, I do. I love sticker books, and I even make my own stickers. And you guys may be getting a special sticker surprise soon coming in January 2020. I don't want to overpromise, but it's something we're in the works of. You guys are going to love it. So on this index card, I will use stickers. You can cut out pictures from magazines. You can, Google. And then if you have a color printer, I prefer it to be color. Go on Google and type in, maybe it's a certain car. Maybe it's a certain hotel. It's a certain country. There's a certain image you're looking for. You can go on Pinterest too and print those images and cut it out. You can also print out words. My vision board for 2019, I specifically cut out, for example, the word vibrant. And I probably will cut out a similar word or a version of that word for this year too. That is something I'm always after, like vibrant health. That's a really powerful word to me. Now, when you cut out words, or if you guys like to hand draw, and you want to draw out these words on your index card, that's cool too. I have horrible handwriting, so I don't always do it. I write those bubble letters that people did when they're 9. You guys remember those? I can do the 3D bubble letters pretty damn good. So I will, maybe do a little bit of that, but I also like cutting out words because I just want it to look really pretty. I also have stickers of certain words. Make sure when you use words, and I like, you don't have to limit your words. There's really no wrong way to do this. But I will say this, make sure when you pick words, they are words that kind of ping your heart. You're like, whoa, or they even give you the chills. That word vibrant, every time I even say it, I'm saying it now, I can feel it in my heart. It's a very strong word for me. So pay attention to your body and how your body reacts when you read certain words, say certain words, see certain pictures. If you're like, ooh, that's amazing. I have this picture of a woman with long flowing hair, and she is floating in this beautiful aqua crystal clear water, and there is no land to see anywhere, and the expression on her face is just at such peace, and it really called to me. I have that exact picture I can show you guys of me doing that in the Maldives. And that only manifested 4 months after, because I went there in April of 2019. Incredible, right? And that wasn't on my list from prior years. That's how powerful it is. But you need to make sure, like I said, there is a really strong pull to that visual representation of your desire. Because otherwise, maybe sometimes other people's desires or things we should, the things that we think we should desire, or things out of obligation or guilt to our families can sneak in to our vision boards, can sneak into our manifestations and law of attractions. That's not good. And usually those things don't come into fruition, but they can actually block what's really meant for us. So just pay attention to your body, your breathing. Just take a moment, maybe even take like a deep breath if you're not quite sure on certain images or words, and just give yourself that second and take a deep breath and just check in to see if it resonates. If it's not something that is an absolute yes, then I don't want it on your board. It doesn't belong on your board. It won't translate anyway, you guys. It can't be like, yeah, this would be really, really nice to have. Those usually don't manifest. Okay. So I want to make sure that I made that really clear. All right. So you're going to be doing this. You can do it on either the front or the back side of an index card. You know how one side of the index card is lined and the other side is blank? I personally do this on the lined side because I like covering up those lines. So make that a mini vision board. Then on the other side, again, it doesn't matter if you use the lined or the blank, but then on the reverse side of the index card, this is where I want you to make your declarations for 2020. Not commitments, not New Year's resolutions, not I promises, your declarations. Can you hear that even when I say it? That's such a strong word, a declaration. I declare. That is such a strong statement versus I will, I'm going to, I commit. Nothing trumps I declare. I want you to write your I declare statements. You are declaring the very things you want, the feelings, the people, the money, the energy, the mood, the vibe that you want for 2020. You are declaring it to be yours, that you are worthy of this. This is destined for you. This is for you. This is yours for the taking. It's yours in open arms. You're ready and willing to receive that or something better, and you surrender the timing and in the control of the divine, and I declare it is for me. Thank you. That's how strong I need you to feel this. I declare. I usually only have 3 I declare statements. I talk a lot in other episodes on a variety of topics of my rule of 3s. There is a lot of research done, and it is proof that most human beings really only remember 3 things, 3 pieces of information, 3 facts, 3 points, 3 options. You start adding more things, it doesn't sink in. Even though you might want to think, I should add more because I want more and I want more things. And I had so many pictures and words on the other side of my index card. And I want to include all those in my declare statements. That's an energy of frenzy, of fear even. Like, oh, well, if I don't declare it, even though I have it on the other side of my index card, then it's not going to happen. And Tiffany says I have to declare, and I need to make sure I cover everything. That's you, again, being a control freak and not surrendering and trusting in the divine, that you creating a visual representation on the other side. The universe hears you. God hears you. Your angels hears you. Spirit hears you. Okay? You don't need to be so meticulous about it. That's where you need to surrender and let go of your grasp on it, or none of the damn shit's going to manifest, okay? So I am highly suggesting 3 I declare statements. I have not written mine yet for this year, but God, I should have picked my card up from last year, but I think I have a card from a few years ago framed. Oh, here it is. And I'm not reading it first. So this is actually from quite a few years ago, but I have it framed on my desk because it was the first time I did a declaration statement, and it was a very powerful year for me. And so many amazing things manifested that year. And this is from many years ago. I declare everything I desire happens in an easy and relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, each and every day. I'm going to read that one more time for you guys. I declare everything I desire happens in an easy, relaxed manner, in a healthy and positive way, each and every day. See how simple that is? I keep it right here in front of me. And how funny is that? I wasn't even thinking before I started recording this show that I was even going to use that. And I went, oh my God, it's right here. That's what I mean by declaration. I declare that everything I deeply desire and deserve is going to come to me with ease and joy and clarity. There's another example of an I declare statement. I declare that all of the amazing abundance and goodness of the world is going to shower upon me every single day in 2020. And so it is. There's another example. There's no right or wrong to do an I declare statement. You have to declare it as though it is fact. It is happening. You know it's happening. You believe it's happening. You know you're being supported by the divine. And it is so powerful. It gives you the damn chills to read it. I have the chills right now. If you guys saw me right now, you'd be like, you are, first off, look crazy. Because my bun is so high on top of my head today that every time I like shake my head, I'm like raising my hands. Like I'm in full like praise Jesus land over here. Like my hands are going up in the air and my like bun is flailing all over the place. I look like I look like a bobblehead, except I'm not like size 2. And that's the qualification to be a bauble when you hear me mention that. Anyway, I digress. So you have your 3 I declare statements. Of course, I write them in my power colors. So pick, if you're like, what is a power color, Tiffany? I write my I declare statements in my power color. Some people have one power color. Maybe you have different ones that call to you. It's whatever is calling for you. Pick your power color or colors for 2020. Sometimes they're the same every year. Many years, of course, one of my power colors is purple, but not every year. And we all know I'm all about the purple and gold life, but not every year. Some years, a bright yellow calls to me. Sometimes it's a forest green. Sometimes it's black. And for all of you people in particular, don't be DMing me and be like, girl, black's not a color. Yes, I learned that in school too, but it's a color to me. That's fine. We don't do anything by the rules here. So pick your power colors. Best way works for me, and I'm sure all of you have some form of a pack of pens or your kids have a marker set. And if you don't have a marker set, what's going on here? We need to change this. Go buy a Sharpie kit. It needs to happen. I can't handle it. So look at your colored markers. What is drawn to you? What color are you like? God, that's so weird. Like I'm not an orange person, but orange is, I'm really feeling the orange. Or I'm really feeling the hot pink. Whatever it is, write your I declare statements in those colors. Okay. And if it's just one color, that's okay. It's a really powerful color. And don't be looking up, again, control freaks. I know all of you. Don't be looking up ahead of time. What does orange symbolize? What does yellow symbolize? Don't do that. I need you to go on the energy, what you're gravitating towards, what you're being pulled towards. Then after you've made those selections and you're done doing your index card for New Year's, then you can go research the hell out of it. That's fine. So this is what goes on this index card. What I want you to do is I want you to literally do your form of prayer, whatever that looks like, meditation, prayer, light a candle, crystals, oils, whatever it is. Have a sandwich. I mean, I have no idea. Everyone has different stuff. And I want you to be in the energy of what you have on that card. Hold that in your hand. Imagine all those things are happening for you and how powerful of a year that is and how grateful you are over it and how blessed you are. And you know this is happening. And even though you might be a little scared, you are surrendering to the divine. You're surrendering to the universe. You're surrendering to God, to the spirit, to angels. You know without a doubt this is going to happen. You don't have to figure out how. You don't have to know when. You know that all of this or something better is going to happen for you because you've declared it, because it's in your heart, because it's in your soul. And all the index card is a visual representation of all of this energy that was already within you that is now on this index card. Here's the thing. If you didn't have the dream inside of you, if you didn't have the physical response to the colors, to the words, to those photos, what those photos represented, then it wouldn't have been meant for you. This already lives inside you for a reason. This has already been bestowed upon you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having a visceral response to these things. This stuff is already destined for you. It's just being manifested and brought into your reality in the forefront of your mind. None of us have dreams that come out from inside of us, from our brilliant minds, our souls, and our hearts, that we weren't already predestined to act out, to have come to fruition. So if you are sitting there listening to this right now in some shit-ass cubicle or some broke-down car, or at home, exhausted, cooking for everyone, cleaning for everyone, or you're just not where you want to be, or you're in a lot of debt, you're broke, or you're whatever. You're just not where you want to be, regardless of money, who you're with, where you live, what's happening. Just know those dreams that you have in your soul and in your heart and that come to your mind, those were placed there by the divine. Things don't just come out of thin air. They're there for a reason. That's why, your friend over here, your cousin over there, your sister over there, stranger over here doesn't have the same dream and visions as you. None of us have the same dreams or visions as one another. You notice that? There can be some that are similar, but no two are exactly alike. That's because it is meant for us to carry out. The catch is we have to have the balls and get out of our own way to take the action that's in alignment with this manifestation and what is being called for us to do. And a lot of people don't get off the damn couch or get out of their own way. And that's really a sad thing to me. That's why it's my mission to help inspire you to get out of your own way, to take action with what already exists inside of you. Some people don't know. I used to not know, you guys. When people would say, what's your passion? I would make up something just to be politically correct or socially acceptable. I didn't know. I was never given permission to dream. I just had to follow whatever everyone wanted me to do in order to be safe growing up. Okay? But those dreams and those visions that were already bestowed upon me, they were already in me. They were just being covered up by layers and layers of low self-worth, self-doubt, a lot of abusive thoughts in my head, critical thinking, inner bully. And thank God there were people, and I've done the work to be able to peel back all those things for my dreams and my passions to surface, but then I still had to take action on them. And that is what I made a promise and a declaration a long time ago, that I would help other women uncover what they are destined to do, what their purpose is, and show them how to do it. And I was more than happy to lead the way, even though I was scared shitless. And I'm scared shitless, you guys, several days a week, but I still know it's going to happen. It is still going to happen because I declared it as so, and I wouldn't have these dreams inside of me if they were not meant to come to fruition. I am not that creative. That was a hard preach. I hope this resonated with you guys. It's as simple as that. The last thing I'll add is take that index card, and if you put it somewhere you see every day. Some people don't want others to see their card. I'm very private about mine. There are maybe one or two people I'll share mine with. So be very careful who you share it with. A lot of you will take pictures and DM me your vision boards. And I'm so honored to see those. And I would love to see your index cards if you're comfortable taking pictures and DMing them to me at ProjectME with Tiffany. I would love to. It lights me up. I think it's so cool. All right. If you feel you want to show someone, but you don't have too many people who understand that you you know you're meant for much bigger things and they're still thinking small, send it to me because I know. Because it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't end up on that index card. So put that index card somewhere that you feel comfortable with, but that you're going to see often. Mine usually goes in my wallet. Now, my wallet weighs 500 pounds. I have like a ridiculous, inappropriately large wallet. I bought it in Europe and it's like I don't know. It's crazy. It's a very large wallet. So I put mine in my wallet because I go in my wallet all the time. And if I'm in line at a grocery store or I'm waiting for a bill at like a restaurant, I will, and I can do it without anyone really seeing me because my wallet is also so big, but I can put it in my lap and I can look at my index card. I can look at my declarations, so much so that my declarations become memorized, which is what I want for you guys. Because anytime you have some kind of a negative thought come up, you can just say your declarations over and over again, and they become amazingly powerful mantras. If you guys love this episode and you loved hearing about my manifestation practices, please take 90 seconds and go leave a 5-star written iTunes review for the show. This helps get the show more popular out to more people, and it helps us keep this going. As you guys know, it's not free to produce this content, and it would really mean a lot to me and the other people on the production team. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.